you wish to learn those additional bits to the 12-bar blues on a 2-string cigar box guitar with a slide, stay tuned for the lesson. Welcome one and indeed welcome all to this Blackpool Music School video on the 2-string cigar box guitar 12-bar blues additional notes using a slide. To get the most from this video you will need to have seen the previous one. So let's get started. I am tuned A, E or root 5th. As long as you're tuned root 5th, that means if your string here is the G, the string nearest your chin, it's the 5th note up in the scale of G, which is D, that's root 5th. It should sound like this. Or the first 2 notes of a popular science fiction film franchise. So let's get started. The first line, I'll put the notes of the 12-bar blues on the screen now, or the Roman numerals I should say. Just remember, open is your first, your IV, your 4th, is at the 5th fret, and your V chord, your 5th chord, is at the 7th. That's all you need to remember. This way, as long as you're tuned root 5th on your cigar box guitar, it will be fine. So the first 4 bars, there's not a lot we can really do with. I will do another video where we add more to it, but for now, we're just going to stick to this. Okay, for now, we'll just stick to that. It's when we go to the second line and the 4th chord. The second line, 4th chord, IV, the first 2 bars of the second line. Okay, so that's at the 5th fret. So we can stay where we are for the 5th fret. Okay, so the first bar we just play at the 5th. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the second bar is where it changes. We play 1 and 2 and 3, 4 till he goes back into that first chord again. So the first bar on the second line is played like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the second line is, the second bar is where it changes. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Now this is where we switch from playing eighths to quarters, but still count it in your head. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and from there we slide down to the 3rd, then down to the 2nd. So that second 4th chord is like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So in fret style, 5th, 1 and 2 and 3rd fret for the 3, 2nd fret for the 4 and. So now it sounds like this. See how the jump doesn't seem quite as harsh. So what you need to remember is the first 4th chord is played regular. Second where it changes, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, that's where it changes. So that's the second line covered. The third line we can play a couple of different ways, so we'll go on to the easiest first and then we'll move on from there. So we're at the 7th fret. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Slide back to the 6th fret for the 4 and. That walks us nicely into that 4th chord. If you hear. Here it walks in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Rather than this jump. Just makes it a little bit more melodic. So the first chord on the 3rd line is your 5th chord at the 7th fret. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and for the 4 end of that bar slide back to the 6th, then into the 5th fret for the 4th chord. So you got and you know where I'm going to go with this next one. We're going to walk back down into that first chord. So at the 7th fret, 1 and 2 and 3 and, slide back to the 6th fret for the 4 and, then back to the 5th fret for the 4th chord, the 2nd chord on the 3rd line, too many numbers. Then what we did, walking back into the 1st chord. So that line now sounds like this. So again. So again, that last line is where we have to do a little bit more moving than we normally would. So it's the 7th fret for 1 and 2 and 3 and. Slide back to the 6th for 4 and. Back to the 5th for 1 and 2 and. Then 3rd fret for the 3 and the 2nd fret for the 4 and. On that 6th fret you can either go down up for 4 and, or just go down for the 4. 4 and, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That way, or we can do the upstrokes as well. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So that 12 bar blues, like I said, can now sound like this. And as you can hear, it sounds a bit more melodic. All you need to remember is, as long as you are tuned root 5th, and whatever tuning is, the root note is the key you'll be playing that in. So if, like me, you're tuned A, E, and the guitarist or the band you're trying to jam with, say they're playing in E, all those techniques will work. If they're playing in G, you would have to be tuned G, D. It really is that simple to play along with a song with the 12 bar blues with this instrument. The only thing you need to know is the key the band's playing in or the backing track, and then with this, knowing which is the 5th note up. It's your 5th note in the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale. No, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yes, I know that was out of tune. I really can't sing. Root 5th, root 5th, root 5th. The 2 notes should sound like the first 2 notes of a very popular film franchise. So that's the 12 bar blues with added slide. There may be another video adding to it again. So until next time, I do hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School for more videos. The more thumbs up we get and the more subscribers we get, the more videos we will post. Until next time, take care, keep practicing, keep playing, and as always, goodbye.